Welcome to Touching the Edge. Welcome to this way of finding greater balance in our life, of releasing that inner pressure that actually begins to create a tension in our experience. And I want to suggest to you that one of the ways of shifting this relationship is to recognize that we have this tendency to use emotion as a way of trying to get things done. This is a recognition that we use emotion to try to get what we want. We have some deep and serious faith in these emotions. We think that by being depressed that somehow we're going to end up being less depressed, like we're going to end up influencing things through that depression, or that being irritable is going to have some positive outcome in the world. And of course, that's not the way it works. When we identify an emotion as an identity, we actually end up wanting to stay in that emotion and expand it. So we want to recognize that each emotion exists for itself. It's its own sense of self. When we identify with depression, depression wants to expand and become bigger. So we want to recognize this because these emotions are powerful, and they have a wonderful place in our life when we recognize them as signals rather than identifications. And so I want to suggest to you that one of the most important ways of stepping into having less stress in your life is to not identify with your emotions as who you are. You are not depressed, you're not anxious, you're not angry. You're experiencing those states. And when you experience those states as a signal, we can get in contact with our intuition. We want to recognize that we become so interested in the emotion that we actually become separate from ourselves. And as a result, we don't have the access to the intuition that is really going to be our access to solving the problem that we're faced with. So we want to recognize that the emotion does not exist for itself. It exists to help us to create a positive change. So let us know what you're doing to shift your relationship to that inner tension. Please be part of this healing circle. Let other people know about it, because when we shift our own relationship to our emotions, we make a difference in the world and become part of community. I'm going to ring the bell. I'm going to ask you to listen carefully. Here we go. Namaste.